and welcome back to another episode of the Unfinished TBR. I'm Allie.
I'm Hannah.
And this episode, we are going to be doing Would You Rather.
I'm so
which
excited.
I love Would You Rather. Me and
Honestly,
Aaron
yes.
do Would You Rather all the time.
Yeah.
Like just going down the road, I'm like, would you rather
Yeah.
this or this? Now, with your Would You Rathers, do you have like bad Would You Rathers?
Oh gosh, yeah.
I do too.
Oh gosh,
I do too.
yeah.
Good. Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear your opinions
I
on
think
it.
I left my phone in the bathroom.
Oh, did you?
Entertain the people.
Oh God. Huh. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to entertain, and I have a podcast. Sounds like a bad setup. I've got a mixture of different would you rather's. I've got tropes,
Yes.
which just a handful of those. I've got like your library.
I have went specifically like your bad.
My bad.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You have catered this toward me.
Yes, I have.
I'm trying to let the people have fun. And you're trying to torment me.
Yes. I am. I was laying in bed this morning and I was like, ooh. All right.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so who wants to start?
It don't matter.
Okay.
How many do you have?
So I only have 3 tropes. So we'll start with that.
Okay,
If that
tropes.
works for you.
Okay.
Yes. So my first one is, would you rather have a book with a slow burn or a one-night stand?
Probably slow burn. Yeah, slow burn.
Is that a majority? Would you think that's the majority of what you read is slow burn?
Yeah, it does get old after a while because I'm like, dude, get on with it, you know. But I do like the falling in love part.
Right. I like that because it's more than just a physical reaction.
Yeah.
It's like an emotional reaction.
Yeah, I do like that.
I'm 100% on board with that,
Yeah.
actually. This is a terrible start, to be honest.
Okay,
That was awful.
My turn.
You go. You go.
Okay, bad one.
Oh, God.
Okay, age gap or second chance romance. Parentheses due to cheating.
You are mean to me.
I am.
Oh, my gosh. I guess this is payback for all the times that I've been mean to you.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
I don't
but
have
get
anybody
it.
who can gang up on me.
We're on even footing now. All right, let's see. Age gap or second chance due to cheating. God bless. I think I hate cheating so much.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to
Yeah.
deal with an age gap.
Yeah.
Because that is just, that's the epitome of just things I hate.
Yeah.
That is just, that's top on the list
Yeah.
of things that I hate.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I forgot to mention on the debrief with the Cinnamon Bun bookstore.
Yes.
Whenever she was like, I'm about to turn 30 and he's like 25.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. And then you know what I realized? That's
your age
mine
gap.
and my husband's age gap. I will be turning 29 this year and my husband just turned 25.
She said, ugh, about her own relationship.
It's different for me. He's so mature.
That's what
He's
all
so-
the men say.
He's so mature for his age.
Do you hear how problematic that is?
I'm like almost about to get.
But I'm going to have to do age gap because
Yeah.
I don't want to do the cheating.
Yeah.
Daggone.
Yeah, because if I find out that like one of the like in a second chance romance that it was because one of them cheated, I'm like, oh, I just don't.
Yes.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Like you can just easily not write about this.
Right. Yeah. You didn't have to put that. You had the option to cut that out,
Yeah.
and you didn't take
Like
it.
moving away for college and stuff. Like,
a
that's
different
more
kind of
okay.
second chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we've talked about before how I'm not a fan of lost time.
Right. It's still lost time.
Yeah.
But it's not like, he completely ruined his chances with you by
Yeah.
cheating, you
Yeah.
know, as should be the case.
Should be.
If he's cheated on you, get out. Or if she's cheated on you, get out.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm an age gap girly.
So you would
love
choose
it.
age
I
gap
love
in a
it when an
heartbeat.
older guy. Now, nothing too pedophilia-ish.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I love it whenever it's like a 37, 38-year-old man with like a 25, 26, 27-year-old.
That's
girl.
that's an understandable age gap.
Yeah.
Anything that's even close to 18.
Like, when you find out, like, whenever you do the math, if you're like, he was either in high school, graduated, or older, that's weird to me, especially, and it's okay if they meet later in life.
Right.
But if she's like 22 or 23, have you talked to 22, 23-year-olds?
Yeah, they're still kids.
It's different. There is a difference. I'm not a fan of it. You know, I do think it's more okay whenever it's like a 29-year-old and a 23-year-old. I get that,
Yeah.
you know. But it still gives me the ick a little bit because it's just, I'm like, I know what I was doing
Right.
at 23, which I guess was meeting my husband. But
But at the same time, it's still weird.
Yeah.
And my line is it like I said, like the college age.
yeah.
Anything past that, I can kind of
Yeah.
look past a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if she's college age,
Like
she's
in
still a
the
child.
second book from the Chestnut Hill series, I believe she is 22 and he is like a single dad and he's like 37. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
a 15-year
I hate
age
that.
gap.
I hate that. The birthday girl that I read,
Yeah.
she was freshly 18.
That's weird.
Yes, that's what
weird.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Nope. Could
But
never be.
all right, so
Okay.
my next trope is: would you rather have forbidden love or fated mates? So specifically,
Forbidden love.
really?
Yeah. I actually have a would you rather on here, and we can kind of cross that out for mine. Did I put it? I don't think I did. Oh, yes, fated mates or like genuine attraction. I feel like fated mates. I'm not like a lot of the times in the books that we read, they are already attracted to each other.
Right.
So it's
But then
almost like
then you get
then
the
you
couples
get,
like
magic involved.
Tamlin's
Yeah.
parents, Reese's parents, where they were fated mates, but they weren't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or Rowan's first love.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Which I haven't read the end, so I don't know.
No, you haven't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I will continue hounding you until you read that. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would choose fated mates.
Really? I'm
Yes.
not a fan of fated mates. It just seems forced.
I like it because in my mind that gives me, like, obviously I know my husband's the one that I need to be with. Like,
Right.
I've known that.
But it gives you like
but it gives you that little
solidifies
bit of
it.
assurance.
Yeah.
That little like 0.2%
Yeah.
that
He's
might
not
be
gonna
like
cheat on me because I'm
Yeah,
his mate.
exactly. Like to him, every other woman pales because of the feeling that he gets with me because I'm his fated mate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I choose fated mates in that.
Okay.
Do you have another trope?
I don't know. Like, I don't really have them like sectioned off.
Okay, no
So,
worries. I can finish my last one here if
okay.
you want. Forced proximity or fake relationship?
Fake relationship. I love fake relationship.
Really?
Yes, I love
What
fake
about the
relationship.
one room or one bed?
I do like one bed, but I love fake relationship. I'm not saying either one is bad. I love both of them.
Right.
but
See, I was nice to you,
fake
and I chose two
relationship
good
is
things.
So fun. It's so fun. It is so fun, especially when they don't really like each other.
Right.
Like whenever it's enemies to lovers, but they're also fake dating. I love that.
and they have to kiss for the first time,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they actually know what they're doing.
Yeah. I will say that I think this one kind of falls along the lines of...
You know what? Give me fake relationship. You right. You're right.
Enemies to lovers with a genuine a-hole. Like,
Oh,
is
right.
also, like, sarcastic to her. I know that I do like the ones where he's, like, only nice to her. But, like, we're talking, like, Rowan and Air of Fire
Yes.
a-hole.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Or friends to lovers with a stage 5 clinger.
Oof. Enemies to lovers.
Really?
Yeah.
With a genuine a-hole?
With a genuine
Because
a-hole.
you can, like, kind of fight back a little bit.
Yeah.
I
It's hot.
think I would love friends to lovers with a stage 5 clinger because I would love it if my husband was a stage 5 clinger.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
I've got a
and
cat
if they're
right
already
now.
friends if they're already friends, it's not
That means
like you don't like their personality.
Right. That means you've got a basis.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't think I thought about this enough. I think you might be right. I think it would be friends to lovers.
I would love it if my husband was a stage 5 clinger.
Yeah.
I would absolutely just be in a puddle every day.
Yes, I will crawl into your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can both wear your shirt, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it does get a little much whenever he's like, "Who are you with? What are you doing?" That's not, in my opinion, that's not clinger. That's
obsessive.
Yes.
There's a big difference.
But messaging me while I'm at work, being like, "I wish you were home.
Yes.
I want to sit on the couch with you and watch a movie."
Yeah.
I'd love that.
I can't wait to be home so we can hang out.
Because
I love when my husband does that.
I have dated clingers that I was not feeling a vibe with, and I hated it.
And that's the thing.
Hated it.
If you're not feeling the vibe toward them back, it's cringy.
Yeah. Yes. It's ugh, get away from me. I'm not a clingy type of gal. I don't like that whenever in reality.
I'm like, if it was the right person.
Oh, I'm a clinger.
Oh, gosh.
I am so clingy.
I am a monkey, clinging on.
People put the worst connotation on clingy people. I'm sorry, I want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
I don't think that being clingy is a bad thing.
No, it's not. Okay, you gotta match the person's vibe, obviously. But if you're both...
Do I enjoy spending time by myself every once in a while? Yes. Yeah. I do.
But I just laugh so much more when my husband's there.
And I love feeling like I have been missed.
Yes. That is the best feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could never get that with Aaron. Aaron's like, "You were gone?" And I'm like,
well, here's the funny thing. I started this job with
the place you're leaving.
The place I'm leaving. And I started being out for a couple nights. And especially there in the beginning, it was several nights in a row while I was training. And whenever I got home, my husband, I have said from the get-go, he is a cat. Yeah. He will come to you for affection. Don't try to go to him or he will...
Yeah.
But he was so clingy when I got home. He loved having me back home.
Yeah.
Would never be. But then here we are 3 years later and he has he's like, "Oh, hey." Whenever he gets home, I'm like, I was gone.
Yeah.
For 24 hours.
Oh, we've talked about it before. If Aaron's gone overnight somewhere, I am counting down the minutes until he gets home because I'm so excited to see him.
Yes.
I could be gone for 6 months and Aaron would be like, "Hey, how's it going? I missed you." Anyways.
So give me the stage 5 clinger with friends to lovers.
I love it.
100%.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to move on to your library and your reading habits as a whole. This is a vibe.
I do have quite a bit of this.
Okay. So my first one for you is a full library of special edition books.
Okay.
Or a mix of books in audio, electronic, and physical books.
A mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not that into the special editions and stuff?
No, I like them. I think they're cool. I don't think I've ever went out and bought any.
Because I see all these bookshelves of people with all these special editions and stuff, and they look gorgeous. But I know me personally, I don't have time to physically read all those books. I want the mixture,
which I guess if you're using it as decor, it makes sense. But I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, you can fill those empty spots with other things.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I would prefer, especially having a child and hopefully children one day. Audiobooks are the way for me to go. So anyway, I wouldn't want them to be messing with the classic stuff.
Right. I get that.
A book that I paid $50 for, you're not allowed to touch.
Yes. That room is staying locked at all times. Yeah. I get that. I'm the same way. I would choose the mix as well. But I know there are some people that's a hot take for. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, "Give me all the special editions," but me personally, I need a mix.
Yeah.
But what you got?
Dog ear your book or never be able to mark your place.
Oh, see, I've got one similar on here where it's dog ear pages or memorize the page number.
Okay, so that's basically
the same thing.
Yeah, I memorize page number every time.
Every time,
because you can always end on a chapter and be like, "I was on chapter 15."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even if the book, because most of them don't anymore. Harry Potter is one of the only ones that I've seen in recent years where it's had a table of contents.
Yes.
But even if there's not a table of contents, you can just kind of go off of the area you were at and find the next chapter and be like, oh, I need to go back one chapter.
I don't recognize this. This is where I started.
Yes.
I do that anyways if I don't have a bookmark.
Now, what do you do if you're halfway through a chapter? How hard do you study the page number?
I cannot be in the middle. I have read books before where there is a break.
Yes.
In the middle of the chapter.
Right.
If
you have to find one of those
that
breaks.
I have to leave, even if I've got 5 minutes left, but there is a break, I'll go ahead and stop there.
Okay.
So
yes.
I cannot do that to myself.
Right.
I actually think I did that to myself with Tower of Dawn, and I think that's why.
That's why you don't want to revisit it, is because you can't remember what page you were on, and you was in the middle of something, and we figured it out.
I've been called out.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
Law. Okay, let's see. So that was that one. Oh yeah, I'm a memorizer too. I can't do the doggy ears.
No.
I cannot.
I don't even like it when it's accidental. Like if I accidentally do it, like I'm just like, crap.
Yes. Like it accidentally crinkle the page a little bit in any form. I'm like, it's a sad
It's
time.
just like I get mad at myself because I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Hannah, you're 29 years old. Act like it.
Yeah.
You know how to work your hands and stuff. Act like it.
Yeah.
So are you a would you rather read in a bed or read like on a sofa, on a beanbag chair or something like that? Is there a preference?
Something like this. My favorite time to read is when it's sunny and I'm on my porch and I love that. So
the chair.
I think I would pick the chair.
Yeah.
I love that. I would actually put read at night or read during the day.
Ooh,
so
that's a good question.
Yeah. Because now that we sleep with someone,
right?
I read during the day. I used to only read at night, and now I only read at night because I'm laying down with my child and I have a Kindle. But back in the day, I didn't have a Kindle,
right?
So my lot was on it, and I read Ugly Love up until like 2:00 in the morning, and my husband was probably like ready to murder me.
See, I remember being younger, and me and my sister shared a room.
Yeah,
and she would hate if I went to sleep first because she called it snoring. I breathe heavy. It is not the same.
Apparently I snore. I've been called out by multiple people now.
I don't snore. I just breathe really heavy, and she's a light sleeper. So she would always ask me to stay up a little bit so she could get to sleep.
Yeah.
And I would start reading. End up being 2:30 in the morning and I'm still reading, you know. So it used to be that I was a nighttime reader, but I am almost exclusively a day reader now because driving for one thing, and also if I sit down with a book at night, I fall asleep.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Day reader right here.
Okay.
Let's
that
see.
count as mine?
It can, or
Read
you
at night or read
can, you can
during
go
the
again
day?
if you want.
Okay. Well, coffee shop. Or like sunroom/porch.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
I pick sunroom/porch because I get distracted way too easy.
Okay.
And if somebody's having a conversation at the table next to me, it's done.
See, I can block that stuff out.
can't.
Sometimes I don't want to block that stuff out, so I act like I'm reading and I get all the goss.
Yeah.
But like somebody else's gossip.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know who these people are. But and I like the vibe of sitting in a coffee shop because most of the time they're playing some kind of jazzy, like lo-fi type music, and it's like just so calming.
Right.
And and as much as I hate to admit it, part of me does feel like that girl if I'm in a coffee shop reading, because it's like somebody walks in and sees a girl reading, and it's like, oh, that fits, you know? And I'm like, I'm that girl, you know? But the sunroom is so nice, like sitting in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with coffee
if
shop.
It was air conditioned.
Yeah, yes. Now, I will take a nice windy day with windows open.
On a hammock underneath the tree. We have the perfect backyard.
Yes,
for that.
you do.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with coffee shop, though.
Yeah.
With those options, I'm going to go with coffee shop.
Okay.
Now, here's my question. Cabin in the woods or on the beach? So essentially wintertime or summertime.
Right. It is so cozy to read in a cabin. I've done both just
Right.
in the past year.
Yes, yeah.
It is so cozy
Yes.
to do that, especially when it's raining. And
Or
most
snowing.
Most of the time cabins have fireplaces.
Yes.
That is like top tier for me. It's raining outside. You can hear the rain hitting the window. Fireplaces going.
Big fluffy blanket.
Yes. That is top tier for me. However, before I had Isla, now, even with Erin watching her, I still can't read on the beach. That's
Right.
why I'm still reading Beach Read.
You've still got like an eye out
yeah,
for
because I'm
her.
still like, I haven't heard her in a while.
Right.
You know, especially with how old she is. You know, she's
girl.
running at all times. I've noticed that even when Isla isn't there, now I'm just taking in the beach because
You haven't
So,
gotten a chance with
yeah.
her being there.
I don't know what my answer would have been a couple years ago.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
I think that my answer would have been different, but now I'm going to say cabin.
Yeah.
It's just so cozy to me.
Yes. I'm
So cozy. to
I'm
me.
definitely with you because even being just the auntie
Yeah.
on this past trip, I felt like I was constantly watching
Yeah,
him.
you can't really
even though
relax.
Gigi was right there with him the entire
Right.
time, Poppy was right there with him the entire time, but it's like I
Yeah.
wanted to see his reactions
You need
too.
as many. Also, with children and large bodies of water, especially
Yes.
with waves, you need
the more eyes,
someone's
the better.
eye at all times. You need like every angle.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Disappointing ending / cliffhanger with no sequel, or one of your favorite characters is killed.
That is mean. I got to put myself into the scenarios. Okay.
Imagine Iron Flame, but that was the end of the...
Or you mean Fourth Wing with Liam?
Or Fourth Wing.
Fourth
but I
Wing with
meant
Liam.
like the...
Oh, yeah. And now Onyx Storm,
Yeah.
we've got several years before we're going to get
Yeah.
anything.
But at least we know we're getting something. You know? Like, imagine that's just the end
Right.
of the series.
Like the author dies
Yeah.
or something.
I wasn't going to say that out loud, but I'm glad you did.
Well, that's what I always think of with these books that I love.
Yeah.
And
what if they get in a car accident?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally anything could
Yeah.
happen before we know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah J. Maas. Think of other people.
We're praying for you. We're praying for your safety. Because we want another book. Gosh, that's a tough one. I think I would take the cliffhanger though.
Okay.
I think I would because then I can make up my own scenario of how it ends if something were to happen and I not get another book.
Yeah.
I could make up my own. I feel like I've got the imagination to be able to make up what I would want to happen.
Yeah.
But
I
can't bring somebody back.
I've said before, I'm a true crime. I love hearing about true crime. I hate hearing about unsolved mysteries. It burns my blood. And it just makes me nauseous because I'm like, what do you mean? What
But
do you
what happened?
mean? Yeah.
Right.
I like to have the clean bow. So I think one of my favorite characters would have to.
I gotcha.
Get the axe.
I'm very curious if who
Now
you
let that
agree
happen
with.
in one book. Watch me change my mind so fast.
Right. Well, we were split on that one. So
Yeah.
what did you think was the best? All of these. Drop a comment down below and tell us if you agree or not. So my next one, would you rather organize your bookshelf by genre or by author name?
Yeah.
That's tough.
I think I would have to go genre.
And the reason color isn't an option is because that's a terrible system.
Yeah.
That's a terrible system.
Could you imagine trying to match with ACOTAR?
Oh my gosh. Your ACOTAR would be split all
Yeah.
to pieces. Your Crescent City would be split all to pieces.
Yeah.
Like even Fourth Wing would be split.
Yeah.
Like
Now, something I have been liking here lately is instead of having books vertical, they've been lying books horizontal
I do
and
like
vertical.
that.
I love that.
yes, I
love
think it's
that.
very picturesque. Yes.
Yeah.
Very aesthetic.
But I think I am going to have to go with genre.
Okay.
That makes more sense to me.
See, to me, it makes more sense to go alphabetically by the author. Obviously, I'm not doing that now because everything is on two shelves.
Yeah.
A shelf and a half, really. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't really have the need to right now. I know where everything's at. But
Mine is mixed matched, and y'all are gonna hate me for that.
We need a picture. We need a picture.
I will give you a picture. Let me dust my shelves first. I'll get you back in 2 years.
Yeah,
I'll get back to you.
See, mine is my thing is like certain. It's almost a mixture of both. Like my dream setup is almost a mixture of both.
Timeline. Like after I've gotten done reading books, I've just started.
Oh.
So you can kind of see where,
like your reading pattern,
Yeah.
or like what you've read in order of when you've read it.
you can kind of see that.
That's interesting. Still don't like that because everything's jumbled up. It's almost as bad as the colors.
You know how messy I am.
True. I feel like I put things. Dream setup is probably genre first, and then within those genres, the author.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there's so many that are like have overlapping themes, and so it's like, I'd probably stick with just author name.
Yeah.
Probably just stick with author, make it easy.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Sarah J. Maas. That's an M. I go to the M's.
Yeah.
I'm a library, basically. What else you got?
Let's see here. Dark romance or rom-com?
So basically, Hooked or Emily Henry, right?
Yeah. And right now, I mean, yeah, I think it's rom-com. Always. Always. I love laughing.
It depends
And
on
I love love.
It depends on how dark. It depends on how dark.
Mm-hmm.
The Murdering Stalker Priest was a no for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit too dark. Mm-hmm. But A Touch of Darkness was just the right amount of dark for me. I feel like the problem with rom-coms is that you end up with only a certain, like, there's always the breakup and then the back together. Except for the one.
I love that, though. I love knowing, like, oh, why did he do that to her? But it's okay.
But I like knowing that there are.
Get back together.
I much prefer their love runs so deep and there's outside forces trying to tear them apart, but they are so deeply in love that they are sticking with each other. You know, like,
Okay.
I would rather there be outside forces at play, and usually that's the case with dark romances. Again, not super dark.
Yeah.
I am not I'm not a stalker
Okay.
girly, but give me a mafia romance that's a little dark. You know, they torture some people here and there. I can handle it. I'm not on board with the stalker stuff.
Okay.
So I would choose the dark romance.
Alrighty.
All right, series or standalones?
Here lately, it's been series. But
Has it?
I think of Emily Henry.
Yeah,
And I love standalones.
I can say I've always seen you as a standalone girl.
Yeah. I love standalones. I love being able to put a nice little bow on things.
Right, and
I
just
love
say
that.
I was
love
in that
not
world for a
having-
little bit.
Yeah, I love not having to dedicate whole portions of my life to a world.
I get really into it. So I'm 100% okay with a series.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a series
Like,
girl.
it is frustrating with this whole Onyx Storm stuff and with
Right.
the ACOTAR stuff not having a bow on it.
I gotcha.
I hate that because because whenever authors are probably in writing blocks, need a break from this, you're
left on dangling a little bit,
Yeah, I hate that.
dangling on that cliff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to stop reading series while they're still in.
I think I've done this to you multiple times.
Yes, you
now.
have. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And I
What
guess I
can
have
I
a podcast
say
about
except-
reading, so I have to talk about popular books. But
No, we talk about whatever we want. We'll read whatever. I'm definitely a series girly.
yeah,
So
you are.
what you got?
Okay, let's see. Sorry, I have to keep opening my phone.
Oh no,
Okay.
you're good.
I know the answer to this.
Oh God, it's got to do with pregnancy.
Hannah is a hater to her core. Secretly love a book everyone hates, or secretly hate a book everyone loves.
I will be so open with my hatred.
But that's the problem. Secretly.
I won't be secret with it. If I hate something, I'm going to tell you.
Secretly, you're not following
Yeah,
rules.
but what I'm saying is that would never happen. So I'm going to choose to secretly love a book that everybody hates. I will grasp onto it, and
See,
I will purposefully not bring it up so
mine
that I
is
don't.
the opposite.
Really?
If I genuinely like a book, like look at us talking about The Measure. The Measure wasn't even in my top 5 books of the year.
But apparently, I'm the hater here.
Yes.
Like, apparently, it's a well-liked book,
Yes.
and I'm the one.
Like, it wasn't even like a top 5 book for me, though. But it was a beautiful story, and I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong. You know, versus if I like hate it and I hear all these people talk about it, I'm like, I'm just gonna stay over here.
No, see, if I love a book that everybody hates, I just won't bring it up.
Yeah.
I'll know the ones who agree with me by the way that they talk about it, and so I'll bring it up to them, but I'm not going to bring it up to just in casual conversation.
Right.
That's
how I am with hating books.
It has to be, there has to be a certain level of amount of people that love it, that I can get in that community
Like
with.
how many times I was not a fan of Mockingjay at all. I did not like Mockingjay.
See, that's a weird one to me.
I felt like it was rushed. I feel like this is probably the reason Sarah J. Maas is waiting on this 6th book, because Mockingjay was so disappointing to me.
See, and you're open about that, but
I don't.
You're the outlier with that. But most people like Mockingjay.
Yeah. But see, the difference is how many times have I talked about The Measure? How many times have I talked about Mockingjay?
You're right. I see where you're coming from, but I'm exactly the opposite. I mean, the amount of times I've hated on these books that have a huge TikTok fan base to them, I will tell you that I hate a book. I will go into heavy detail on why I hate a book. I will go into to the point where you're like, oh my God, shut up about how much you hate that book. And I'll keep going for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't care if everybody loves it. I will say that I hate it. So I'm going to go with secretly love a book, and
Okay.
that's what I'll go with.
And I'm doing secretly hate a book.
Yes. Nice. Nice.
I don't like hurting anybody's feelings, and if they like the book, then I don't want to be like, you're wrong. Versus if they hate a book and I'm like, well, I loved it. You know, I really thought
you have compassion. You don't know if somebody else does.
Right.
I have compassion for, like, I get that you guys love The Measure.
Yeah.
I just don't. You know, like,
you need to reread.
but it's not worth having to reread, in my opinion. But yeah, you see what I mean.
Yeah.
You see what I mean. So are you, you're more of a mood reader instead of planned books, right?
Right.
Planned reads. Okay. That was an easy one. I got that one off of a website. That one's kind of like, and this one
I
kind of
don't like
was
having
too.
a plan. Like,
There was. I can't stick with a plan.
This past month, actually, I had read 2 thrillers in a row, and I was like, I need to. And I was reading Emily Henry a lot, you know. So I was like, let me jump into fantasy. So
right.
That's. I feel like if I planned read.
Yeah. It's like, but what if you plan?
I get burnout.
What if you plan this reading list that you've got for the month, and suddenly you're not really in the mood for it anymore,
right?
And so you have to switch it up.
It just doesn't make sense for my brain.
Same, because otherwise, then if you stick in the same vein for too long, you start mixing up
hating
books.
everything.
You hate everything
about,
because it's predictable.
Yeah,
it's like clockwork at that point. But it's not. It doesn't mix it up enough.
Yeah,
I need the mixture.
Yeah,
it's a little like. It's one of those. What was the drink that they called whenever you put a little bit of every soft drink in it?
I think they call it lake water now. But whenever we were children, it was not called that.
It was not called lake water. But yeah, that's essentially what my brain does with books. That's what my brain needs with books. Would you rather read with music or in silence?
Silence.
Really?
Yeah. I hear that voice in my head.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me too bad.
Okay.
So.
But even if, like, see, my thing is, I choose the music because I like having, like, a background track.
I do like classical music while I'm reading, but just in general, probably silence.
Sometimes I'll mix it up and I'll just, like, put my thing on shuffle, my playlist on shuffle, which, by the way, we do have an episode coming up with Casey with that. A bookish shuffle, if you will. So sometimes I'll just mix it up and yeah, sometimes the song that is playing doesn't really go with it. But I've drowned it out at that point if it doesn't
there's
go.
words, my brain, I am so easily distracted.
I gotcha.
I am so easily distracted. We were talking about with Mom on her episode. She was able to, we were watching TV and she was able to read. Mm-hmm. I could never do that. And it's not like I'm not into the book. I will be so into the book.
It's just you get distracted by the words. I gotcha.
Even I've tried doing it with Bluey or Sing. I have watched Sing. Do you know how many times we are on our 5th watch of the entire Bluey series? I have watched Sing every day for probably 6 months now.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron can quote it word for word.
Yeah.
But if I'm reading, I'm still...
I gotcha.
Most of the time. So,
I gotcha.
Yeah.
See, occasionally, the shuffle will just produce the perfect song for the scene that I'm reading. Yeah. And it's like extra immersive. It's like suddenly it's got this background track to it. And it's like, oh, it's like the angels are singing.
I think that's why I have to do classical music.
And that's perfectly fine too. Yeah. Yeah. But I am definitely a music girly. You got another one?
This kind of goes along the lines of a question that you asked before. I asked duologies, trilogies, standalone, or full series.
Full series for me.
I love a duology.
See, that gives you an extra one. You might like...
Heartless Hunter is a duology.
These Hidden Vows.
These Hidden Vows.
You might like that. That's a duology.
Okay.
Yes.
Two Twisted Crowns and One Dark Window.
Right,
duology.
Right. Yeah. See, that's nice, but it just... I don't know.
It's the best of both worlds.
I want as much as I can get out of it. Like, thinking about the times that I've reread all of the Shadowhunter books, it's like every single one I reread.
Yeah.
And I'm about to come to a Sarah J. Maas reread, and it's going to be every single one, all 16 of them. All 16.
You're going to get through Tower of Dawn for the 3rd time before me.
You're not wrong. Law.
I gotta step up my game.
So another one I've got is signed edition or first edition.
I don't mind either.
Really?
Yeah. Like a first edition, like it would, maybe first edition, because like if it was a first edition To Kill a Mockingbird, that would match my aesthetic so much, because I am grand millennial core or something like that. Maximalist, cottage core. I like that.
Yeah.
So that would match my vibe. So probably very classic first edition.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a first edition. I would rather have a first edition too. The signed edition, it's cool, but it's not something you can physically see until you get inside the book.
Yeah.
Something that is on the outside, like it's on my shelf, that's a first edition. Like I get to be like, guess what? That's a first edition, and you can just look.
I would love to have the money for either.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're also, two poor people here talking about this thing. So,
okay,
what you got?
Fought the Midgard worm.
Ooh.
Or go through the gauntlet.
Ooh, gauntlet. That feels pretty easy to me.
That's so much.
I know.
There's 7 levels.
That thing, have you seen how many teeth that thing has?
You.
Yes.
That's what's hard for me.
I don't care how long it takes me.
But there's so many different obstacles. There are 7 different ways you can die.
Yeah. I would take those chances.
I just got through the first thing. I'm already out of breath. I'm so out of shape. And I'm about to have to fight 6 more different things. You do get the training.
Yeah, but also here's the thing. Those things that you're facing don't have minds of their own. They are staying what they are. They are staying stationary. Mm-hmm. I mean, except for the swinging things. But like they're doing their purpose, and there's no, you know what they're about to do.
Yeah, and you've had training.
The worm, it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going to be going.
Yeah.
It could make a completely different move than you're expecting.
Yes. Did you know, I don't know if we've said this on the podcast, I think it was just in Spotify. Did you know that a worm is a type of like dragon.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, I
didn't
just
know
saw
that.
that not too long ago, actually.
I didn't know that. I sent it to you on Snapchat.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
where you sent it. That's where I saw it. Yeah.
It's crazy
yeah.
to me because I was looking up differences between wyverns and dragons.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
And it had a full circle, and worms are just dragons with no legs.
That's insane.
That's crazy to me. And like I thought the worm was just made up for Akatar.
Right.
And it's not. This is really like
it's a myth, like a mythological creature. Yes. All right.
I think I am going to have to do the gauntlet because I can just off myself in the first
Honestly. Yes, you have the opportunity.
So disappointing to get to the 7th thing and die that way.
But
trigger warning on all these words.
But like, no, I get it. I would 100% just rather take my chances. My brain is the only one at work with the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Not something else that is severely bigger than me.
Yeah.
Like a scary amount bigger.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Feyre's not that smart and she beat it.
But she's resourceful. That's been her thing from the beginning is she's resourceful. And she understands prey and predator.
Yeah.
She just happened to be the prey that time, but she's dealt with prey enough to where she knows, like she could get into the mindset of it. Yes.
Of the predator.
Yes. She was resourceful.
I've got 2 more.
Okay. I'll pick and choose.
Okay.
So, would you rather be a human in Prythian or a magical being in Rifthold?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. In case you're
if you're a
lost, this is
magical
a human in Prythian is from A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yes.
And a magical being in Rifthold, that's from the Throne of Glass series. So
the magical being in Rifthold, you're still just a human being.
Well, yes,
because your magic has been
disabled.
Yeah.
But that means you have like you're hunted because of the magic that you've done.
Yeah.
The magic that you've got in your blood means that you're hunted.
Yeah. But nobody knew about Aelin. Other than, like the people who were out there looking for her, I guess.
Right.
I think I could totally pull that off. I think I could
Fake
totally do that. Yeah.
As
Fake
opposed
it
to
till you
taking
make
chances
it.
where you've never had powers before and everybody around you has
Yes.
powers. I guess that's a good point. That's a good point.
I think I could totally fake it till I make it, especially if my powers are disabled and I can't accidentally be like,
I accidentally burn them to
I couldn't do
cinders.
that. I couldn't do that. So I think I could totally fake it till I make it, especially if it
Okay.
means life or death.
All right. What you got?
Okay. These are specifically for fall reads
Okay.
because I have like an at most, but it's completely different than what most people think.
Okay.
Cozy or horror?
For fall.
I'm thinking specifically October.
Specifically October. Let me get it. Let me throw my mind back there for a second. I'm going horror.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going horror.
I mean, I have books that I'm like, oh, I want to read this book, and I save it for October.
Ah, nice to get the entire vibe.
Yes, I love watching scary movies in October. October
Yes.
is like my favorite month of the entire year.
I want to be
because-
scared.
Yeah,
Yeah, only then.
yeah. But I love it. I love it. I've had The
Yeah.
Shining on my bookshelf for a while, and I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh.
One of these
Get
Octobers.
here, please. Yeah.
So along those same lines, would you rather be in a haunted house, like a book with a haunted house, or a murder mystery?
Time and place. Different
Okay.
times, different places.
Okay.
Again, October, haunted
Yes.
house.
Okay.
Nighttime, haunted house. But like just in general, I guess if we're speaking general, mystery and thriller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would rather be part of a murder mystery as long as I'm not the one being murdered.
Yes.
I don't want to be the one, you know.
Oh, you mean like actually I'm a character in
Like
the book?
in the book.
Okay, then yeah, thriller.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't sitting in no haunted house. Girl, I'm
only-
way too chicken.
The only book I will be in a haunted house with is the Haunting of Hill House
Yeah.
because that one wasn't scary.
The
at
only
all.
book that I am going to be in a haunted house for is probably Monster House. So I could be like, that's their uvula. So it's a girl house.
Law.
Oh, so you're a girl dragon. I mean, of course you're a girl dragon. All right, this is my last one.
Okay.
Save the best for last. Edward or Jacob?
Oh, that's mean. That's mean. We going off of looks or personality?
That's the thing. Looks, Jacob all the way.
Exactly.
But for the whole plot, Edward. Totally. I was
Jacob is
a
so
Edward
cringy.
girly. I had the pillows. I had
Yes.
everything. Yes, I was always Team Edward.
I actually remember reading it, and it's come up on my For You page, which is what made me remember, was Jacob was so, like, cringily
Yeah.
forceful with
Yeah.
Bella.
Yeah.
Like, the way he came onto
He
her.
was so Galish.
Oh, God, yeah. He gave Gale. He was giving Gale before Gale was invented. But, yeah. Personality, Edward.
Yeah.
Looks, Jacob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Do you have one more?
Um,
or do you have some that you just want to, like,
Yes.
rapid fire?
You rapid fire.
Okay.
All right. Unlimited books or live in your favorite book universe?
Live in my favorite book universe.
Really? Yeah. Unlimited books.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that means I get to like
Get to go to
vicariously.
different. But then I get to be a character.
I mean,
What is my favorite book? My favorite book is
You wanna be
Tomorrow,
Nestor?
Tomorrow, Tomorrow. I don't like video games. I like Mario Party.
there we go. Yeah. You get a Mario Party version of Tomorrow
I'll
and
crush
Tomorrow and
you while
Tomorrow.
in some Mario Party. I get
Alright.
the most stars always.
Live inside a book or bring a character out?
Yes.
I get that. I get that.
I'd probably live inside of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Given those two choices, I'm leaving this place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
screw the real world. Would you rather meet your favorite author or meet favorite character?
I have so many different favorite characters that I couldn't pick one, so I'm going to pick favorite author because right now it is Emily Henry, and I'd love to just have a combo with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd like to meet my favorite character.
And Ruth Ware.
You would, yeah. Knoxville Book
God.
Festival.
Can I just have a lunch with Ruth Ware?
Right, right.
I would pass out.
Right. Yeah.
I would pass out.
just excitement overload and
Yes.
just one of those narcoleptic sheep.
Yeah.
Or
Like
the-
your goats.
Yes, goats.
Your probably Jennifer Armentrout or whatever.
It's a toss up between Sarah J. Maas,
Yeah.
Jennifer L. Armentrout, or Hannah Nicole Mayer.
Yeah, Hannah Nicole Mayer. We got to get her on the pod.
No.
Can we message her?
Dude, I will.
I'll do it.
Don't tell me.
I'll message her on TikTok.
Yeah, message her on TikTok. I'll message her on Instagram, and we'll just bombard her.
We'll see.
That'll be amazing.
You know what?
All right, Aylin's firepower or Lysandra's shapeshifting?
Shape-shifting.
Even knowing how powerful,
Yes.
I'm with ya.
Shape-shifting.
I'm with you.
Do it. Being the sea dragon?
Dude, that was so hardcore.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and knowing
Versus going, pew. Rather not.
the fact that Aiden said that his the scariest thing were the ghost leopards up in Terrace, and the first thing she turns into is a ghost leopard.
Yes.
Like, that's hilarious.
Yes.
She knew what she was doing. All right, so would you rather fight Venom or fight Craven from Blood and Ash? Remember, those are the zombie-like
I didn't
vampires.
get that far.
No, they were the zombie-like vampires that are trying to climb the wall and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like out of their mind, bloodlust, crazy.
Jeez.
Or you've got Venom.
I couldn't survive with either.
Right?
But Venom are almost like they are human. They just are like evil human.
Right. That are
I say
extremely.
Venom.
See, I say Venom because I wouldn't be able to fight off the Craven. I wouldn't be able to fight off either of them. No. I'm not saying
Me
that like
as a
I could
person?
fight off either one.
Yeah.
But when a Craven gets me, with their bloodlust, I'm getting bit.
Yeah.
And I'm getting devoured. Actually, I'm getting eaten alive. With a Venom, they'll just drain the power out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather that sounds smoother than getting ripped apart. My
Right.
flesh
Yeah,
ripped
yeah.
apart. Would you rather have powers instead of your partner or be the partner without powers? So, like, I'm thinking specifically of
Like
Aelin.
I can't have Aaron?
No, I'm
my partner.
No, I'm thinking of specifically your significant other. One of you has to have powers. Would you rather be the one to have the powers or be the one that doesn't have the powers and just have the partner with the powers?
That's a good question.
Yes. I thought so. Yeah.
I'm way too much of a chicken. It would have to be Aaron with the powers.
See, that's what I was thinking.
It would have to be Aaron with the powers because, like, I would do nothing.
Well, because if you have the powers, you're the one that has to face the danger first.
Yes.
It's like a moral obligation.
Which I guess you would feel more secure.
Well,
I guess it would be
yes.
different.
Yeah.
You know? Even with Aaron's, like, handgun, your hand is still flying back. That scares the life out of me. Because I have seen so many people go...
Smack themselves in the... Yeah.
No.
You just gotta hold it. You just gotta hold it correctly.
No, I'm good.
Hey, girl, if I can hold it, you're good.
I don't even like it being around me, so I'm good.
I don't like having that responsibility because how much of a how bad of a move would it be for me to be like, Matthew, can you go check on that noise? When I'm the one with the powers, like that's so sad.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I'm more likely to abuse
so
them than my
cool.
husband. So.
Oh, whenever I got really into true crime, I learned so many, especially when I moved out by myself, I learned so many self-defense things where I'm like, this doesn't have to be a fair fight. Gouge their eyeballs out.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Pull that Aelin Galathinius, you know? Step on their instep, hit them with elbows and knees, and take your thumbs, put them in their eye sockets, and pop their eyes out. Yeah. We learn these things in the books.
Out to in.
Yes.
Out to in. Move your thumbs out to in.
Use your thumb like a spoon.
Ladies, yes. That's the simplest way to disarm a man.
Okay, so would you rather meet Manon alone in the woods or meet Amarantha alone in the woods?
Amarantha.
Really?
Yeah.
See, here's my thing. I feel like this is a bear versus man situation.
Okay.
I feel like Manon is the bear. Amarantha is the man.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Amarantha's going to toy with you. Manon, she doesn't.
Does Amarantha have, like, incredible powers from what I remember?
No, she doesn't. She had trickery on her side. It wasn't that she was more powerful than any of them. She tricked all of them.
That's true. She did bring down an entire...
And remember what she did to Claire better?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's a man versus bear situation. And I choose the bear, which is Manon in this case.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to get
like
tortured.
me and Manon could get along. Like if she just
I might be able to
lets
reason with
down
her.
her walls a little bit, I feel like me and her could get along.
Right.
Yeah, I think you might have changed my mind on that one. Manon.
Yeah. Manon for me. But what do you say?
Manon.
All right, just a couple more. Okay, so would you rather be under the mountain or in the spring court? Think of their situation. The spring court is able to be out and about.
Yeah.
But they are waiting, hoping for somebody to come along. That's going to, because eventually they're going to end up down there anyway.
They're ticking down time.
Yes. So you know the inevitable is coming.
Yeah.
Or would you rather just go ahead and be under the mountain? It's a larger group of fae. You're more together. You've got the camaraderie of everybody down there. So do you choose under the mountain or do you choose the spring court?
I'd rather have hope. I'd rather have hope than be accepting of the life that I am living. So I'm going to say spring court.
I agree.
If you're accepting what's going on with everything, you're agreeing with the bad things that are happening.
So, okay, and
You're on
that's
the
because
side
we
of-
have the choice here of which one to choose.
Yeah.
They didn't really have the choice.
No.
I mean, there was nothing they
Right.
could do about it. So, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the spring court.
Yeah.
And
but also, I mean, you mean to tell me all those fae couldn't fight Amarantha?
well, they did try to make a, but all their powers are drained. She's got like a damper on their powers and stuff.
True.
So they have to. They're essentially humans down
I
there.
got to do a reread.
Yeah, me too.
It's been a hot minute. It's been like it's probably been 2 years since I've done a reread.
All right, last one. Would you rather interact with Mort or the House of Wind?
Oh,
Yeah.
Mort, I picture, if anybody doesn't picture the doorbell from Alice in Wonderland.
See, I pictured the face on the door knocker from Mickey's
Yes.
A Christmas Carol.
No. Mine is
Goofy.
the doorbell. Yeah, mine is the doorbell from Alice in Wonderland, where the handle is his nose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you?
But the House of Wind, she's a girl's girl.
Oh gosh, yeah. She just pops in with like
I love
some
the House
chocolate
of
cake.
Wind. Actually,
and
yeah, House of
some
Wind.
romance books.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accepting recommendations on romance books. Are you kidding? She could be part of the podcast.
Yes.
You know, like that could be our party trick.
Yeah.
You know?
We're at House of Wind.
I think so too. But Mort can talk back and
Yeah.
he's so snarky.
I love Mort.
Mort keeps it real.
Yeah.
You know? Like he knows what's up, but I feel like the House of Wind has a little bit of mother to her where she's like, I just want to take care of you.
That just feels like my bestie.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how Nesta feels.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I cannot wait to do a reread of Silver Flames. I have to say, I think Silver Flames is like top tier.
It is
me.
so good.
It is so
the
good.
character development.
I cannot wait.
Nesta is just a beautiful example of getting forgiveness.
Yeah.
I love it.
I go back and forth every day. I'm like, she's such a whiny little brat.
I'm just saying she's got further to go.
Oh yeah.
She's got further to go, but that was a good
She is a whiny
start.
little brat.
She is. That's I'm not saying that you're not right
for
there,
no reason.
but
Like what we said, where it was like, you know, Manon and Nesta. Like Manon has nobody versus Nesta thinks she has nobody. That's just
it's just a
truth.
villain mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But all right. So, what did you think of this game? This Would You
Did you
Rather?
disagree with it?
Yes. Yeah. On the
Did
ones where
say
we
anything?
disagreed.
Yeah. Did we say anything that you were like, "Ugh, they're crazy"?
Yeah. We want to hear your opinions on it. So drop us a comment down below. Below. Come drop us a comment down below, or come check us out on social media, and let's just keep the conversation going. Ask us more would you rathers, and we will answer.
Yeah.
Each of us. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the Unfinished TBR. We've got YouTube. We've got Spotify with new episodes every single Monday. And even YouTube also gets clips every day too. So come hang out with us. Yeah. Threads, we've been on Threads for a little while now. So come see what we have to say. And we will see you next week. Oh. Next week should be the book club.
Yes.
Next week is going to be our book club over Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney.
The past 2 books that we've done for book club haven't been the best.
Yes.
So I'm very hopeful.
Yes. I can honestly tell you, I'm 25.
Only up from here.
Right. Exactly. We can't go any further south than we've gone with Air of Blood and Moonlight. That is not the reason Casey's not here, by the way. She is.
We have to figure out.
She's just getting tired of us talking about. No, she doesn't hate us that we know of still. But we, I'm very hopeful for this one. I'm 25% of the way through, and it's already
Alice
spectacular.
Feeney is just. I mean, I have, like I said, I've read 2 books of hers recently. I've read 3 in total.
Right.
So she's getting up there.
Yes.
Everywhere. I don't think anybody will ever beat Ruth.
Right. All right. We will see you next week for our book club. Be sure to join us.
Yes.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.